Do you have enough Trinity in your life? Of course you don't. That's why it's time for another installment of the Trinity Minute. We talk about what it feels like in your body to experience a certain energy so that you'll be ready to meditate with us on Wednesday nights. Every Wednesday night here at the Adawehi Healing Center and Institute, we do a global meditation that you can be part of, but you have to know the energy. Sign up on our website and you can become part of this synergy. Tonight we're talking about the energy of covering. Covering is misunderstood. A lot of times people go, covering, what does that mean? Well, it's basically finding something in the other person's expression that meshes with your expression, something that you can build off. Instead of fighting against what they're putting forward, find the piece that you can springboard off of. An exercise, I think, that will help you do that and experience that on a physical level comes from my time in Kempo, American Kempo Karate. Studying for my black belt, I learned about this principle, we'll call it principle. But since then I've seen it in many martial arts. I've even seen it in old Three Stooges movies. It's about keeping your hands up, of course. Anytime you have a self-defense situation, you should keep your hands up somewhere around your face. And if somebody wants to hurt you, they're going to have to get through those hands. And one of the ways that they like to get through the hands is people will grab that hand, pull it down, and punch or grab or poke or whatever over the top of it. So if your hand's up, it's just like an invitation for somebody to grab it and pull it down. The normal temptation is to resist that. That's not covering. Covering is not about resisting what the other person's putting forward, even if you don't like it. Covering is more about finding the thing in there that you can use. You may not like the direction they're shoving your hand, but you can use the momentum and reorbit. Reorbit is the principle we're talking about today. Whenever your hand goes down, you just reorbit. Bring it back around. It may be to block that inevitable punch that's coming in. If they're diving in on you, it may be just a heel palm to the nose or something like that, but there will almost always be a target. If you reorbit, there'll be some reason for your hand to be back here in front of your face, something that you'll be dealing with. So you take the momentum that they're offering you and you reorbit with it. How does this work in real life? Well, just like the hand, you may not like the direction they're pushing, but you can use the momentum. If somebody comes to you and they're being very resistant, you may not like their resistance, but you may be able to use the opportunity to set some boundaries. If somebody's very angry with you, you may not like the anger coming at you, but you can use the intensity to get to your own feeling around the subject. You may not like when somebody is being dishonest with you, but you can certainly use the opportunity to bring forth the truth. All of these things, truth, choice, intensity, they're all hidden behind the expression you don't like. You're finding the thing behind their expression that you can add to that boosts your own expression. That's what covering is. When you go beyond the surface presentation and say, what's the part in here that I can use to add to my own expression? That's what covering is. You can practice it very easily. Stand in front of a mirror and practice reorbiting. And each time you do, I want you to say, yes and, yes and, yes and. Use this phrase in your daily life. Don't say, no, I don't like what you're putting forward. Say yes and then you add the piece that you're going to springboard off of. It forces your subconscious to think, not just do I like the package, but what's the piece in there that I can build off of. Yes and, yes and. It's a very useful exploration of this concept that you can do anywhere. You can do it in front of a mirror. You can just kind of do it with yourself when you're waiting for the bus. Practice that reorbit. It may save your life someday in a self-defense situation, but also it will help you get to the real feeling of covering, which is not, oh, I love everything about everybody's expression. That's not covering. Covering is, I see that there's something behind your expression that I can build my expression off of. I can use it as a springboard. And when you start seeing that and feeling that opportunity inside of you with every yes and, then you will be experiencing covering. If you think this stuff's cool, you should stay tuned for more Trinity.